on April the 1st at 10 a.m. 2026.
Second it.
Do we have a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting?
I make a motion to approve the minutes for the last meeting.
I will second that motion. Is there any discussion? If not, those in favor say aye. All right. Under old business, the water contamination issue,
Just ongoing. I haven't gotten the newest report.
no new report. How about the school bell? What's going on with that?
We're still in limbo waiting for mussels.
What?
We're waiting for mussels because we got to lift it into a truck and get it over to Jade. What? Jade.
Where's it out now?
Delmar. I think it's Delmar.
Huh?
Delmar Miller?
They're over by County Line Engine, aren't they?
Where's the bell at?
Oh, back here in the
Oh.
concession stand storage. Not the concession stand, but the storage building.
So you need a forklift and
Well, we're two strong boys
A couple
available on the same day.
Yeah.
and get them on the same day.
And kind of waiting for the weather to be better. I think that's
Yeah,
part of
I
it
know
too.
you've done
'Cause
that.
it's, yeah, so we're still, hopefully there'll be some movement by May.
Okay. The Veterans Memorial, it looks like we're looking at a June, July installation. Is there anything new on that?
No, I haven't heard anything from them.
Now, the QR code you had here on the agenda, seawall template.
Yeah, we didn't,
So you're going to use, is that what you're using?
no, we're
No.
going to actually measure and cut out a template that will be the size of the actual monument.
Oh.
So that we can all stand in front of it and say where the best placement for the QR code is gonna be.
I see.
And that has also not happened. We've
Is that going to
been
be on the back side of the memorial or on the front?
back.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then we're gonna have a separate mounted list of all the names. So you can actually read them, or you can go to the QR code, which will take you to our website that will have links to their obituaries, life stories.
I like
That
that service. record.
Yeah. Yeah.
What branches they were in and all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Is there any other old business?
I think so.
If not, let's move on to new business and the discussion of fire territories versus districting.
Yeah, I can't remember. Did we talk about that last time?
Just very briefly.
That I had I already gone to the meeting with,
I think it was going to be the next day or so.
okay.
Was that
So
on, like the 9th of March or something like that.
yeah, Topeka is looking into becoming a fire territory. And so they invited us to see if we'd be interested in being involved in that. I think it comes down to, all fire departments are either going to have to be in a territory or district in the end. The district is controlled by the commissioners versus the territory would have its own board.
We'd never go to a district then.
Well,
I mean,
I agree.
we don't want the commissioners.
Well, they got enough on their plate, I would say. We'll just
Absolutely.
say.
I don't understand.
But the money part of it is not clear. So I'm not sure how that part works. It's still ongoing as far as I think building that part. So just so you know, yeah, I'm leaning that same way. I wanted to bring it up to see what you guys thought. I thought you would be in agreement, but
Can you belong to more than one territory because that our coverage here
yeah.
is split?
Yeah. So I feel like when that territory is created, then that chunk, there won't be any waffling or wavering of that line of
Who's to go where?
yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's kind of ongoing, but just so you guys know, that's it's in the works for sure.
The territory has its own board.
Correct. And there would be a representative from,
Township.
yeah.
Mhm. Okay, what did they do to us this year at the end of the session? Senate Bill 270.
So I don't know that I have the most updated. I did have a one-on-one with my Department of Local Finance rep, who had some interesting information. So I think we are safe as far as the points, but we won't know that until the department comes out with their official count
Mhm.
in around December.
Mhm.
There's gonna be legislative updates, coming up. And she gave me a date for that. I'll have to give that to you. She said that it'd be pretty important to listen in on that. They're gonna do a Zoom, I think, on that. It's coming up in April, I believe. Oh, it is April.
Yeah,
Coming up
even
this month.
today is April.
It's flying.
Well, if you guys let me know and you're gonna do that, you're gonna do it here or are you gonna do it at home to listen to the Zoom meeting?
It depends on the day and the
Mhm.
time. During the day, if it's during our time here, definitely it'll be here. But with my work, it's just hard to say. During the day is tough. Any other day of the week. I did have the Zoom meeting with I invited the other 12 township trustees for Noble County. We had, what did I say? Was it 8? So there were 8 or 9 of us, which I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
That actually logged in. 2 of them know for sure they're in trouble. Well, I don't know if you're supposed to call it trouble. Sorry. They know they're gonna have more than 4 points.
York and
Down by, I think, Green.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
now it wasn't York's
York's Washington.
down by Leato or Avila. There's another one.
Swan.
But
or
they're very
Allen.
rural. They don't have, they don't have,
Green or Swan. Well, Swan.
yeah. So the conversation pretty much was, listen, it's time to get to know your fellow township trustees because you all might be working together here real soon. And this is kind of you got to decide if you're a township, you're safe. Do you want to merge with someone? And then if you're in trouble, if you are going to be required to merge, who do you want to merge with? So it's got to be agreeable on both sides. And so you need to get to know who, because there's kind of going to be some interviewing going on, I would think.
Yeah. Well,
So
if it's Green, they already have an association with the township down with their school corporation. That would probably be where they go. I don't know if you can cross county lines or not.
Can you cross?
I don't.
you can't. No.
Oh, you can't?
cannot. You cannot because of tax monies. You cannot.
That would be a problem.
That's
for
why
them.
we would only have 3 choices. We would have Perry, Orange, or York. The other thing she told me is that the 5180 rule, which is where if I'm going to get this wrong because it doesn't apply to us, but it has to do with townships that are bordered on
Yeah.
80% by a municipal and or population, more than 51% of their population is in the municipal, they have to merge. So Alvin townships, yeah, they're going to be working with York. So, yeah, we should be fine unless they reevaluate next year, then we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
So we also need to just be, talking to the 3 townships around us, getting a feel for where they're at. They all seem to be fine, like more than fine, like they're not gonna be required to merge, but do they wanna take on, if we have to merge with them, do they wanna take on us on? And we're gonna be the ugly stepchild regardless where we go, because they all have a town in their township. So we'll just hang on as long as we can.
Did you get your little letter in the mail about people running for office?
I got an email from the Republican Party.
Yeah, I called him. Said if you wanna try to get rid of the Elkhart Township, or you wanna try to get rid of the township trustees, you don't need to expect my vote.
Who
You
was
want-
it? Abbott? Was it Abbott and
Yeah,
Sue?
so if you don't like what
I'm not voting for.
I left him a number to call me, so we could discuss it. He probably won't get to talk much.
So we'll just see. Here's the interesting thing though. Remember we had Senate Bill 1 and all that last year that just like
Much of
threw
that did
everybody
they
in a
undo?
tizzy with the capital improvement plan was required. The roads and infrastructure fund was required to be created, and we were supposed to put 30% of our leftover monies in there for the county. It's all gone. We got to do it this year, but it's all been dropped. So I don't know whether it's on hold or whatever, but going forward, we're not supposed to worry about the roads and infrastructure fund. That's, yeah. So I don't know what happened there, but
Well,
the
I'm
ball
sure
got
that-
dropped again.
How many townships do we have in this state? 1,000 and some. They probably all
Figured out a way.
broke
Well,
out.
maybe they were like us and figured out a way that it didn't make any sense
Exactly.
to do it. So
Okay, any other discussion on that? It'll be fun to watch what happens.
we are going to try. So we have a required state board of account educational meeting we have to do every year in Fort Wayne is our closest location. And we agreed on the Zoom that we are all going to try to meet over lunch real quick and just have lunch together. We only get like an hour, so I mean, we're not going to get any deep discussions done, but at least it's another meeting point, getting to know everybody a little bit better, at least be able to recognize each other.
Is that going to be like the congressional district wide? Is that what that's going to be, or?
For us, it's just the Noble
Oh,
County,
just Noble.
just
County.
Noble counties.
Mhm.
This is just something we agreed that would be a good idea,
Mhm.
since we have to be there anyway.
What's the name of the meeting again that you're?
State Board of Accounts Annual
I'll just-
Educational Update. I don't know, but it's a required meeting once a year. You have to go at least once every 2 years, I think. But
Okay, anything else on that? If not, let's move on to the additional appropriation adoption for the walking path repaving and the remainder of the VA memorial. And you'll give me that document, I'll read whatever we're supposed to do here.
just this autograph on the bottom of what
Okay,
was presented in the hearing.
the additional appropriation total is $96,500. Of that, $71,000 is
General fund.
general fund, and the other part is for capital outlays. Is that correct?
Yes, but here's the other thing to consider. Not that I want to, because this is the second time around on getting this additional appropriation through. But if the roads and infrastructure fund is going away, do we have to spend the money? So we do now for sure for the VA memorial. But we can approve this. We don't necessarily have to spend the monies now because now we don't know that we have to spend down.
Is there a reason not to do it now? I mean, we could have it over with.
No, there's no reason
if-
not.
If things go sour otherwise,
We still have plenty of monies and yeah, for emergency. So,
well, I would be of the opinion that we go ahead and do it, but I don't know.
but again, we don't have to.
Right. But
We have to
still-
do the VA memorial. We already put half down on it, so that one's happening. But I haven't put
How
anything
much
down
is
on
the
it.
VA memorial gonna cost you altogether?
37 something.
Well, you gonna,
I just wait. So confirm that.
Yeah, 38.5. So I would say around, I think we budgeted around 45 just because of, you never know what's gonna come up. Our flagpole already bent in half and went down, so Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Kenny, do you have any questions on the additional appropriation? Would you make a motion to approve it?
make a motion, we approve that.
I would second that motion. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion is approved. So now we've got some documents to sign here. Is this the paper?
yeah.
Let's see your signature page.
Oh, you just check the mark.
Oh,
Yeah, see that? Is there autograph? Go, yep,
Oh, yeah, right
that's
here.
fine.
yeah, and then you sign to the right. And then that will get posted on Gateway.
I've already marked it.
Yeah.
Sign also.
Better. Let's see.
Find a document for the minutes either. We need to do that.
Well, I don't know where it went. Where'd the minutes go?
I got one here.
I passed it down. No, yeah, there it is.
Is that?
Kenny's not sharing. He's got it.
He just having it all. From the back. Let's see, Gary wasn't here last month either, was it?
I'll drop some copies of stuff off to him.
Well, that 600 is going bad, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna get that.
How can, I would like to know how you can go about taxing the Amish more. And they're getting taxed for ruining the road. Which they're not doing. They say they're not,
Well,
but everybody knows it's the Amish hoses are tearing that road up.
yeah, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah,
Kind of obvious, but you know, what are they supposed to do? I don't
get
know.
a car.
Oh, well, there's that.
Okay, under new business, we have discussion for an inclusion swing for the old school ground.
So we've had a request to get, handicap accessible swing. So we got a quote and I needed you guys to. This would not include labor. We're gonna have to find somebody to install it. And this, I think our budget line for improvements was like 3,500 for the year. So keep that in mind as far as for the Parks and Rec Fund. But this is the quote that we got for the inclusion swing. It's the swing only. It's not, so it would just get added to the existing
Well,
structure.
let me ask you this. Is that where we really want to put it? We have a playground out here.
Person that requested it lives close to
Close to
Elkhart.
that park.
I mean, Honestly, we should probably have one at each park. I mean, if you want to
It's true.
think of that,
Mhm.
we should probably consider.
I don't know the way of the population to justify that though. I don't know.
Well, and I don't know that you can just do something for one person either.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only another block and a half. But we do have swings up there, don't we?
Yeah, and I feel like those are a little sturdier because I have a feeling this is pretty heavy.
I was gonna say, I think it would be easier to add it to the swing set at the Walaka Park. We would probably have to, it would probably be more costly to put it down here
Yeah.
because we'd have to put up someplace to hang it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think we could just add
Going
it.
to be it's going to be a raised one, not one that just goes back and forth on some sort of a
Right.
rail.
Right, it'll hang on chains like the
Mhm.
swings that are up there already.
So you can just put an extension on that and
Or just take one of the others,
swings off.
the
Yeah.
swings off like we did for the baby swings and just.
Yeah.
put one.
Yeah.
How heavy is the thing?
135 pounds is there.
Oh, so then you add another, so 300 pounds. Total, sort of,
Yeah.
with the person, depending on the weight of the person.
Yeah. And that, structure that shoot, that's
Sturdy.
been there for a while, but yeah. Being
Well, that's
steel
gotta
or
be all
metal,
cemented in or not?
I can't imagine they're not. That's a good question. We'd have to
What
probably
was the
check
question?
if there's
Does it have to
some-
be all cemented in or what?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
You have to have something to keep it from tipping over.
Well, it could be hooked on to but then you'd still have to have pyramid at the end,
Yeah.
triangle at the end of some sort, and it would have to be settled into a base.
Is that the same swing set that was down there when we were kids?
So.
I've been clear over the top of that.
See, I always wanted to do that and I never
I
could
doubt
do
you
it.
don't want to do that.
Oh, you didn't do it on purpose? See, I wanted to do it on purpose.
Dick Plant was swinging me, I just, hell, I wasn't any bigger in a minute. Remember?
I do remember, I don't remember this.
And he swung me real hard and I went clear over the top of that sucker and he caught me. As I come close to the top of that top bar and down, I was hanging on. He caught me about the time I hit the bottom.
Were you screaming?
No, I thought it was fun
Yeah, see?
till I hit bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
That killed me.
Okay, so we're looking at a total for, the purchase of $2,410.38. At least that's the quote at this point. And
that's
then,
one quote. We're looking at
and you're looking at the,
locally, yeah, kind of
and then we're-
locally
Is
looking.
that for a new swing set or what?
That's just the swing itself and the chains.
Oh.
Yeah.
then we would have to
Framework.
it installed one way or the other. then.
Yeah, so there'd be labor involved,
Yeah.
but we thought we would try locally also, so.
So you will have perhaps another quote or two
Yeah.
at the next meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have to make a decision on this today. I think it's a good idea to do it, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose the old things are pretty old, aren't they? Well, them satchel seats yet or them wooden yet?
Well, I think they're rubber.
The rubber. Yeah,
They're rubber now.
The ones we have, are wood.
Yeah. Okay, is there any other new business that we need to discuss?
Changing the meeting date.
Oh, yes. After our meetings were set, an organization that I belong to changed their meeting date to the first Wednesday of the month. And it really pushes me from leaving here and getting to that meeting on time. And I wasn't president yet when all of this stuff happened. Would it work for you to change it to the second
Don't care what Wednesday we have it.
first?
Whatever suits you tells me to death. I make a motion, we change it to Wednesday, the second Wednesday of every month. How would that be?
I would second that motion. Is there further discussion?
No.
You might want to run that by Jerry just to
Yeah.
make sure that that works for him.
Telling.
So we have a motion on the floor to change our regular meeting date from the first Wednesday of the month to the second Wednesday, which would begin in May
That's at 10 o'clock.
at 10
Yeah.
o'clock. Yes. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Does it matter to you guys?
No, doesn't matter. We're here anyway.
We'll be here.
Do we need to make any changes to what we've advertised?
We can post a new sign
Yeah.
on the,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
we'll
what-
change it on the website
Yeah,
and on the,
There's one at the post office too, I
Yeah.
think, so,
yeah, we'll just. post the signs.
yeah, okay. Is there any further business?
Nope. Make the motion. We adjourn the meeting.
I would second that motion. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The meeting is adjourned.
If we can all go back and watch it rain some more.